to like the thing that I always say, that people act like the ancient people couldn't have been bullshit artists.
And they were.
That's the kind of joke I'd find hilarious.
Yeah. Well, you do get off on the misery of other people.
Not so much the misery, just the randomness of that humour. Of like a practical joke like thousands of years in advance.
A practical joke that fucking they would never be around to enjoy.
Yeah, that's my idea of a funny joke, the randomness. It's good.
Yes, mine too. I agree. But the Shitter Was Full cartoon was even better. I'm scrolling down and it just says Shitter Was Full. That's one of my favorite movies. We just watched it the other day, and then I scroll down and see the clown. That's the perfect way to view that cartoon too.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Steve. That's what I'm here for, is for you. For my buddy Steve.
Hey, I'm glad you have my back.
Yeah.
When it comes to my entertainment. That's
right. Somebody's got to be, right?
Somebody.
Another somebody done somebody wrong song?
Hey, won't you play that song?
Another somebody done somebody wrong song?
Hey, man, Charlie Rich was the shit.
Hey,
don't you agree?
Why don't you play?
Richard, you know that song, right?
No.
Oh my God.
No, he doesn't know that song, Steve. Come on now.
That was Charlie Rich, wasn't it?
No, he fucking knows Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's about it. That's all he knows. No Charlie Rich.
Hey, did you happen to see the most beautiful girl in the world?
No, I missed her.
Well, if you did, was she crying? I mean, classic shit right there.
I like Hootie and the Blowfish.
What?
Go fuck yourself.
I do like Hootie and the Blowfish.
Do you like him now that he's country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
I always thought it was country.
It wasn't.
Yeah, no.
It sounds pretty country to me.
No, that's stereotypical and racist of you to say.
Yeah.
All our music sounds the same.
Yeah.
Didn't say that, did I?
Yeah, you just did.
You pretty much did.
I said that Hootie and the Blowfish sounds like country.
I'm pretty upset about that. No, it does not.
It doesn't matter.
That guy with the hat and the blue jeans, and you listen to Hootie and the Blowfish, and it sounds pretty similar.
Does it?
It doesn't matter what your intentions were, Richard. I felt insulted. Yeah. And now I'm gonna have to find a safe space.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck your moose.
Yeah. I feel like the Brits are invading again.
I know. It's horrible.
That's what I feel like.
If we did, what would you honestly do about it? Fucking have a half day at school because of the trauma.
Well, isn't that the best way to cure everything? Half day of school.
Fucking make Facebook memes. I literally can't even right now. Listen, #resist.
I don't know if you want to say what would we do in the Donald Trump era of let's arm the fucking teachers.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Actually, no, you have completely rebuffed me there. Yeah, I didn't think
the English are coming. Okay. Let's arm the infants.
Let's throw some rakes at them.
Well, the last British invasion was pretty good, actually.
We won that one, didn't we? Yeah, we did. The last time, War of 1812.
No. I said the last British invasion, Richard. The Beatles.
Yeah, he was talking about
the Beatles.
My friend.
I was talking about war.
Get with the program.
It was a 1.5 hour documentary.
1.5 hours? What the
1 hour and a half.
That's British
on John Lennon's life last night.
Oh, yeah?
What a fucking waste of airtime.
Hey, don't tell me how it ended.
It ended with a pathetic waste of humanity being shot, and he should have been shot a lot earlier.
Holy Lord!
Whoa!
Oh, I mean,
Wow.
John Lennon
How dare you?
was an icon for an entire generation.
Instant karma is gonna get you.
Yeah, well, that generation's stupid. He was self-serving cunt who treated his kid like crap.
Oh.
Fuck him and the moose he rode in on.
Whoa.
Wow. Well, he's speaking about one of his fellow countrymen, so I can't call him racist this time.
Wow. Richard.
But I didn't know. I didn't know you had those kind of feelings.
But you didn't know I'd have the feelings that someone that treated their kid like crap deserves to burn in hell.
His kid turned out pretty good, didn't he?
Yeah, all things considered, in spite of his raising, not because of.
I don't know. I didn't know that he treated his kid like crap.
He moved to a different country.
Oh, well, that's horrible.
Hmm.
Yeah, that he should have been put in jail for that shit.
Yeah, he should have.
Yeah.
But shooting him is just as good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They should give Mark Chapman a medal posthumously.
Wow.
Didn't we?
What the? Jesus.
Isn't he still alive?
Might be. Well, whatever. You give him a medal now, then.
Oh, boy, Jesus.
Before we got on air, Richard was telling us how crazy and insane Americans were.
I wasn't saying all Americans. I was saying the Salem witch trials were crazy and insane. And don't give me your bloody attitude tonight, Steve. I'm not in a mood for your bullshit.
And those people were closer to British people than we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were actually British people at the time. This happened when we were still in charge.
Right. So it could be directed more at British culture.
Yes.
Than at American culture.
I never said Americans. I said that it was an insane moment in history.
In American history. I remember your words.
Yeah. You're trying to direct blame here, Richard. I don't like what you're doing.
I'm not trying to direct blame. It was insane. All right. And
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just semantics.
You two are being uppity tonight, and I'm not having it. Knock it off. Right.
You don't like it when people are upwardly mobile? Is that what you're saying, Richard?
Oh man, he's just
I'm just gonna shoot out fucking boom boom like that.
I don't like the rhetoric you're slinging tonight, Richard.
Oh yeah, well,
I don't like the rhetoric.
Your moose.
Wow, you and your moose.
Yeah, he's got something about him.
Something about those moose.
Well, have you not read my hilarious Cory and the Moose comics?
Some of them.
No.
Well,
I can
Keith and Colin.
I can barely read Bigfootin' with Keith and Colin. I read it and I go, why?
Well, there's a lot of long words.
Yeah, a lot of big words.
A lot of long big words. Yeah, is that what you think?
It's confusing.
Is that what you think? Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Huh, that's great. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Put you in your place, didn't I?
Did you?
Whoa.
Huh?
Shit just got real now.
Did it?
And what's confusing about it? Most of them are pretty easy to follow.
No.
Well, they are easy to follow if you've followed them.
Yeah.
You kind of have to follow them. It tells a story.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
I've only got like 10 fans, and I just write it for them these days. So
yeah.
For the stellar fans,
it's quite obvious at this point.
Like I had
Just saying.
400 or 500 people that used to read my blog, but there's only 10 people that read my comments.
And we told you that you should stick with the blog. And what did you do?
Well, I was just making the situation worse with the blog.
What? In what situation was that?
Any of these people I was exposing, I was giving publicity to, and it's just making it worse.
Hey, speaking of people giving publicity and making it worse, did you hear Tim Fasano's back?
No, tell me more. Tell me more.
He's not retired anymore, and he's going to be full-time Bigfooter. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah, he's quit his job, or he got fired, or been laid off, or whatever, and now he's just going to.
We'll just give him the benefit of the doubt and say he quit.
He's got a Patreon account all set up, and he's ready to Bigfoot full time.
He's ready to fucking do it.
So, like, this is pretty much the exact opposite of retiring.
Wait a minute, he's ready to kick this pig. Oh wait,
he's gone. He's gone full Brett Favre at this point with this fucking announcing his retirement and then coming out of it again. But this time he's literally gone. I said I'm going to do this. I'm going to do like the exact polar opposite. I could not be doing any less of the thing that I said I was going to do.
Fucking farewell tour of every rock and roll band ever.
But you know, we wish him well. I wish him well.
Oh yeah, sure.
But you know, I love Tim Fasano. I love his videos when he's not talking about politics. He's a great lad, and I wish him all the best in his Bigfoot endeavors.
Uh-huh. Oh, you said something nice about somebody.
I'm more than capable of saying nice things about people. You stupid cowboy hat wearing cunt.
See what I mean? Right there, you proved my point. God, and I haven't wore a cowboy hat in days.
Steve, I'm upset, Steve.
I know, me too.
You know, Steve, I think this show might require me to be in a different state of mind.
Okay, well, get there.
You know,
he's hitting the bong, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't gonna sit here and let the fucking. I wasn't gonna sit here and let the noise, go out over and.
Well, it did.
Well, of course it did. I mean.
Well, but I'm just gonna clear it up.
What are we, children?
There is a mute button on the mic if you don't want people to hear that.
Yeah, but then I can't. You guys are like, hey, Chris, hey, whoa.
We'll just shift into NPR mode without Chris.
Yeah, you do pretty much.
It's not good without Chris. So
yeah,
it went all right that other week, actually.
Which week are you talking about?
When your internet was shit.
Yeah, we did all right.
Yeah.
I still insulted Richard. Richard was still an idiot. I mean, it worked well.
Okay.
Oh, snap. Out of nowhere, Steve Alcorn. Backhander.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad to hear you guys, were able to right the ship and do what was necessary. It's amazing. It's amazing what human beings can do in a crunch, Richard.
That's right. We come together.
When the chips are fucking down, Richard, you were there, buddy.
We came together in a time of crisis.
That's right. You
carried the show.
Fucking cock in hand, just fucking, the first thing out of your mouth being, Steve, how long do we have before they shut us down?
Well, it's a genuine question.
Oh, yeah, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, yeah.
You're the guy with the bloody YouTube account. I mean, what's the point in standing there and they're just talking and no one hears you? I do that all the time.
Yeah. It's gotten them real far, too.
It has. I'm just jealous because the voices only talk to me.
Yeah.
Says you.
Right, shall we get on with the topic? Or?
We haven't even started the show yet.
That's right. This is the Fortean Slip, episode 52. She's a witch!
I like that. That Ooh, that was even better.
So, obviously, we're going to be discussing the Salem witch trials.
That's from your neck of the woods, isn't it? New England?
Yeah, it's
his backyard.
It's a state away.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's not very far away. Never been though. I've never been to Salem.
Well, you don't want to. Yeah,
no, it's more of a it's more of a touristy,
of course,
crap shit thing. So I've always avoided it.
Nothing marks a national tragedy better than turning it into a tourist trap.
Absolutely,
we tend to do that in this country.
So.
Buy a hot dog at Gettysburg.
At a Getty station? What?
Gettysburg. You know, where they shot all those people and people.
You know, where all those people died.
I'm well aware of what you speak of.
All right, sweet.
Yeah.
Groovy.
So this was all you.
This is all me.
Salem Witch Trials is all you.
Okay, so the Salem Witch Trials of 1692 were a dark time in American history.
See, there he goes again. American history.
More than 200 people were accused of practicing witchcraft, and 20 were
Americans then.
During the hysteria. Ever since those dark days ended, the trials have become synonymous with mass hysteria and scapegoating.
You know what this is, Steve? This is fucking British propaganda right here.
I think so.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The following are some facts about the Salem Witch Trials. What were the Salem Witch Trials? Well, I'll tell you. Thanks for asking.
People in the Salem trials wore wigs. Fact number 2.
The Salem Witch Trials were a series of witchcraft cases brought before local magistrates in a settlement called Salem, which was part of the Massachusetts Bay Colony in the 17th century. The Salem Witch Trials officially began in February of 1692.
They had an official beginning?
Yeah, this was it.
Let's have some witch trials.
Someone cut a ribbon and were like, I declare the witch trials open for business. There was much applause. And then all the women went, hey, wait a minute.
You didn't hear that little rhyme, Steve, in 1692, all the women turned to blue?
No, I haven't heard that one.
Oh.
I've heard one about 1492.
Oh.
There weren't any women. Well, there were, I think. Were there any women? I don't recall.
Where?
In 1492.
I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, hear about
maybe.
Species
there might have been.
So.
No, he means on the boat, Richard.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know there were women in 1492. I meant on the Nina, the Pinta, and or the.
Was it Queen Isabella of Spain that refused to fund Columbus, or was that Queen Elizabeth? I forget.
Which?
Which?
Continue.
Right. So the Salem Witch Trials officially began in February of 1692, when the accused girls were the first 3 victims of witchcraft, and ended in May of 1693, when the remaining victims were released from jail.
Ooh, well, that was nice of them.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
The remaining
a lot of these people that were hung got actually found not guilty after the fact. So, yay for them.
Yeah, well, due process and all.
The system works.
So none of them got pardoned post that word you
posthumously.
Said that one, yes.
Posthumously, yes.
No. God damn it.
A few of them got pardoned, yeah.
Yeah. Right. That shows the system working.
Yep.
The system works, ladies and gentlemen. The system works.
Yeah.
Right. So the exact
after you've been drowned in the river or hung.
But they were burned.
Or burned at the stake.
Oh, it turned out you weren't a witch. Oh, boy, is my face red. Egg on my face. I am so sorry.
Well, right up this
I think their families were given money, so.
That's fabulous. Their fucking families were given money.
We're like, well, here's $1. Sorry about that.
That's where the shave and haircut song comes from. That's what they gave them. 2 bits.
So, the exact cause of the Salem witch trials is unknown, but they were probably a number of causes. Some of the suggested theories are conversion disorder, epilepsy, ergot poisoning, encephalitis, Lyme disease, unusually cold weather, factionalism, socio-economic hardships, family rivalries, and fraud.
Jesus Christ, it sounds like we're on Jeopardy. I'll take ergot poisoning for 200, Alex.
Just some of the causes, Richard. Jeez.
Tonight on Jeopardy.
That wasn't even a complete list, so needless to say,
What's ergot poisoning? I want to know.
That's it's a form of a hallucinogen.
Oh well,
it's when rye rots.
Oh, I bet you that was it. Yeah, that would make people.
It is known in history that they had a bunch of bread basically rot.
Right. Yes, I do recall that.
So, yeah.
Ergot poisoning for the win.
That's right. I'm going with ergot poisoning. Which everybody. So basically, everybody was tripping out.
Everyone was tripping out. They were like, "Witches, let's hang a few chicks." You know how it is. You know how it is when you're at a party. Hallucinogens getting passed around.
Yeah,
you end up hanging someone.
Somebody gets burned at the stake. It happens.
Yeah.
Nobody's at fault for it.
Nah.
That mob mentality bullshit.
It's just a bad bread.
So
you know what I've been stuck on? I've been stuck on this loop of watching fucking Darren Brown videos.
Who the hell is Darren
I want to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, dude, the guy fascinates me. That whole section of quote unquote magic or illusions or whatever you want to call it. It's mentalism is more what he's known for.
He's a mentalist.
And it's some of the shit that it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. But
was he at the Salem witch trials?
He may have been, Steve.
Okay.
At the Salem
I'm just trying to bring it back around to the topic and all.
The man is pretty amazing. He can do some
Why
pretty
would you
amazing
do that,
things.
Steve? Chris has gone on one of his trademark rambles. We should just let him.
Trademark rambles. I'm trying to relay that I've been on this fucking kick with watching fucking Darren Brown videos.
I don't even know who Darren Brown is.
Look him up.
No, mentalist.
He's a mentalist.
Darren Brown. That's a pretty common name. I'm going to get some hits I might not want to see.
No, he'll come up immediately.
All right. D-A-R-R-E.
No, D-E.
Oh, Darren.
Yes.
Well, why didn't you just say so?
R-R-E-N. Brown.
Well, if you spell it that way, yeah.
Oh, now you're like, now that I've got it on Google, yeah, now I know who you're talking about.
He's that guy. Guy who did that stuff.
That's
who Darren Brown is.
Ooh, and he's English too.
That's right.
Proper British.
Well, hence why I brought him up, Steve, because
it all connects.
Bringing it back to our good friend Richard over there.
I see.
Intricate tapestry.
I try to weave it.
Weave it.
That's right.
The fans are like, oh, wow, I'm getting this. This is awesome.
Yeah. So Salem witch trials. What do you got?
Right. So also in 17th century Massachusetts, people often feared that the devil was constantly trying to find ways to infiltrate and destroy Christians and their communities.
They still fear that.
Oh, he is, Richard. That devil. By God.
Just hanging around churches like, hey, you want to buy a satanic Bible?
Hey, we've all seen The Devil's Advocate.
We have.
That's right.
No, not all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, really educate yourself, Steve. One of Al Pacino's best films. I
prefer to live in uneducated bliss. Just saying.
Yeah. All right.
Well, as a devout and strongly religious community living in near isolation to the mysterious new world, what? It isn't a new world, you fucking... Who wrote
Fairly
this shit?
new.
The community of Salem had a heightened sense of fear of the devil, and as a result, it didn't take too much to convince the villagers that there was evil among them. In addition to this constant sense of fear, Salem residents were also under a great deal of stress during the period due to a number of factors. One major factor was that in 1684, King Charles II revoked the Massachusetts Bay Colony's Royal Charter, a legal document granting the colonists permission to colonize the area.
What an asshole.
The charter was revoked because the colonists had violated several of the charter's rules, which included basing laws on religious beliefs and discriminating against Anglicans.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, I kind of like King Charles II Royal Charter, if I'm honest. If he specifically said, look, you can't base laws on your religious beliefs, then, you know, he gets a Richard thumbs up.
Maybe he was the devil. Just saying.
Maybe he was.
Maybe you're the devil.
I could be.
Charles II. So this was the Stuarts.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Patrick?
I didn't know.
Anything else?
Patrick
Well,
Stewart?
I didn't know that America had been found during the time of the Stuarts. Because they were the people who came after the Tudors. And everyone knows who the Tudors were.
Yeah. People do.
Yeah.
Isn't there some design named after them? Tudor design?
No, do you know King Henry VIII?
I am.
I was just gonna go there. You fuck.
Right, well, so a newer, more anti-religious charter replaced the original one in 1691 and also combined the Massachusetts Bay Colony, Plymouth Colony, and several other colonies into one. The Puritans, who had left England due to religious persecution, feared their religion was under attack again and worried that they were losing control of their colony. The political instability and threat to their religion created a feeling of uneasiness and discontent in the Massachusetts Bay Colony. Other factors included a recent smallpox epidemic in the colony, growing rivalries between families within the colony, a constant threat of attack from nearby Native American tribes, and a recent influx of refugees trying to escape King William's War.
We've got that problem now.
Whoa.
Don't we? Maybe we'll have some more witch trials.
Whoa, Steve.
We have an immigration problem.
Yeah?
There's a whole bunch of people who are trying to get into the country and nobody will let them in.
Yeah?
I'm just saying. That's refugees, right? Yes. No?
I don't know, Steve.
We did sort of bomb their countries to fuck in the first place.
Well, so?
So we do have a duty of care.
I don't know. Maybe.
You don't know, maybe.
Anywho, Salem witch trials.
When do we get to the dead witches? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
We're getting there, okay? If you stop interrupting me, we'll get there.
All right.
If you stop, you'll get to the point where she's a witch!
Burn her! Just gonna keep doing it. Ride it to zero, baby.
Okay.
Other factors included a recent smallpox epidemic in the colony. All right, no, we've done this bit.
Yes, we have. And then I got off on immigrants, and then you guys yelled at me. And,
fucking show we are.
Yeah.
All right. So the events of the Salem witch trials. The witchcraft hysteria in Salem first began in January of 1692, when a group of young girls who later came to be known as the Accused Girls fell ill after playing a fortune-telling game and began behaving strangely. The first of the girls to start experiencing symptoms was Betty Paris.
They pulled out a Ouija board and got killed for it. Oh, that's funny.
Followed by Abigail.
Abigail, that's a pretty cool 1692 name.
Wow, Steve, that was pretty fucking heartless.
Well, you know, it's past, it's history. They've been pardoned.
Fucking Ouija board and they fucking die.
Well, they've been pardoned.
Yeah, that's. I don't like it.
In my defense, they acted strange after doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm. If that's your story,
probably witches.
Think so?
Mm-hmm. Right. I don't know. Maybe if Richard continues, and we'll get to the point.
Well, I was trying to, but some fucking dumbass country music listening, eBay selling motherfucker interrupted me right in the middle of the names.
I sell on Amazon too.
Oh, well, no. Fucking touche. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, shit.
Just saying. I mean, get the facts straight. If you're going to spew out nonsense, get it all right.
Yeah. Way to go, Steve.
Continue with the names.
I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Shortly after Elizabeth Hubbard, Susan Sheldon, Mary
Did she go to the cupboard?
I can't tell you how much I hate. I'm actually stabbing a voodoo doll violently.
Yeah.
All started to experience the same symptoms, which consisted of suffering fits.
Trying to get the old dog a bone.
Is she the one that lived in a shoe?
No, that was the one that had so many children she didn't know what to do.
Probably a witch.
Or her uterus fell out if you're an Andrew Dice Clay fan.
Little Miss Hubbard, okay.
Yeah. Richard?
Well, okay.
Little Miss Hubbard. You stopped at Little
Miss Hubbard.
Okay. So in February, Samuel Parris called for a doctor who is believed to be Dr. William Griggs to examine the girls. The doctor was unable to find anything.
Sorry.
I wouldn't mind this so much, but you ride my ass if I don't do the research.
No. Hey, no. I'm good. It's just something cracked me up, Richard. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Right. Well, at the Salem witch trials, a bunch of girls were hung, and it was really bad. The end.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's all we get.
No, well, I've got a lot more.
All right. Well, let's go.
I heard there was
the doctor was unable to find anything physically wrong with them and suggested they may be bewitched.
Did he say? Wait a minute. Did he say ooh-ee, ooh-ah, ting-tang?
Walla walla bing bang.
Walla walla bing bang.
That's some fine doctor there.
I don't think he did, because witch doctors would be considered heathens. So.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh well, I just figured they were witches. So.
I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now.
He was a witch doctor.
The Chipmunks, man.
But he was such a fucking useless prick. I mean, I've never read a medical textbook, but I don't think it says when in doubt, say they're bewitched.
Oh, hey.
Right. Shortly after.
Doctoring's come a long way since then.
Yeah, doctoring. Yeah, hopefully. Shortly after, two of the girls named the women they believed were bewitching them. These women were Sarah Good, Sarah Osborne, and a slave named Titbutubua.
Huh?
That is a proper slave name right there.
That is. Don't you fucking shit. Don't you shit all over it.
I'm not going to say a word about it. I mean, even though the word tits in it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say a word about it, but then I'm going to say a word about it. That's what you're
Because tit. I mean,
doing.
come on.
Yeah.
Who worked for Reverend Samuel Parris. These three women were social outcasts and easy targets for the accusation of witchcraft. It was not difficult for the people of Salem to believe that they were involved in witchcraft. So we've got like 3 goth chicks here hanging out at the church after midnight.
Yeah.
So on March the 1st, Tit Uba, Sarah Good, and Sarah Osborne were arrested and examined. During Tit Uba's examination, she made a shocking confession that she had been approached by Satan along with Sarah Good and Sarah Osborne, and they had agreed to do his bidding as witches.
Why would you admit to that?
Slave. That probably seems preferable.
Huh. Yeah, you're right.
Hmm.
But props to those girls for hanging out with the slave chick. You know, because back in those days, that was, you didn't do that.
I think you're all right as long as you didn't teach them to read and write.
Oh, well, or, fraternize with Satan. That'd be a big
No Satan fraternization, man. That shit can't happen.
No.
Tit Uba's confession was the trigger that sparked the mass hysteria and the hunt for more witches in Salem. It also silenced any opposition to the idea that the devil had infiltrated Salem. Well, yeah, someone confessing that they're in league with Satan isn't going to help at all.
No.
No, really shouldn't have. Even though the accused girls were the main accusers during the trials, many historians believe that the girls' parents, particularly Thomas Putnam and Reverend Samuel Parris, were egging the girls on and encouraging them to accuse specific people in the community that they didn't like in acts of revenge.
Hey, that's an awesome way to get rid of your competition.
Just say,
she's a witch!
Burn her! I'm just saying, you find yourself in a bad situation and you turn lemons into lemonade.
That's right.
They saw an opportunity and they took it, and that is really what America's all about.
Charlie and his wife down the street, I don't really like them.
They don't keep their lawn trimmed enough for my liking.
Fraternizing with the devil.
Must be.
Anyone who fraternizes with the devil doesn't keep their lawn that way.
That's a proper Massachusetts accent there.
I'm pretty sure that was like the opposite end of the United States.
Wow, there must be some good stuff in there tonight.
Yeah, you think so?
So, in April, more women were accused, as well as a number of
men. We're gonna burn these witches.
Yes, if they're burning witches, it's gonna be...
Whoa.
No, you can't take Chris's thing. You can't take Chris's thing.
Drop.
Mic drop nothing. Holy shit. Yeah. Anyway.
That was
witches. In May, as the number of cases grew, Governor William Phips set up a special court known as the Court of Oya and Termina, which translates to hear and determine, to hear the cases. This was a special type of court in English law established specifically to hear cases that are extraordinary and serious in nature.
Like the X-Files.
English law.
It's a fucking drumhead trial.
I got that too, Chris.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. Law. Yeah. Carry on, Richard.
This court consisted of 8 judges. In June, Nathaniel Saltonstall resigned and was replaced by Jonathan Corwin. Arrest warrants were issued for George Jacobs Jr. and Daniel Andrews.
John Jacob Jingleheimer
Smith.
That's my name too.
But they evaded arrest. Although the witch hunt started in Salem Village, it quickly spread to the neighboring towns, including Amesbury, Andover, Salisbury, Topsfield, Ipswich, Gloucester.
Ooh, Ipswich? No.
And numerous residents of those towns were brought to Salem and put on trial. The number of accusations and arrests began to decline in June, but still continued, and soon the local jails held more than 200 accused witches. Do you think they used their witch powers to, like, escape?
You know. That would just be admitting fault.
That would just be fucking.
You got to go through with it. Yeah, you got to die to prove you're not a witch. I mean, that's the only way.
That's the only way you know for 100% sure.
That's right.
That they're witches is if they actually die.
That's right.
Because only a witch would not use her powers to escape.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Sounds perfectly, normal to me.
Mm.
So due to the overcrowding in the jails, the accused witches were kept in multiple jails in Salem town, Ipswich, and Boston.
Mm.
The Salem jail was located on the corner of Federal Street and St. Peter Street. The jail was a small wooden structure with a surgery underneath.
Mm.
Since the accused witches...
It's a jail and hospital.
That's right.
A small town.
That's right.
Small town. The sheriff and the doctor were the same person.
Damn, Skip.
He often arrested people for being bewitched. Bewitching and... sorry.
That was a good show.
Since the accused witches were considered dangerous prisoners, they were kept in the dungeon and were chained to the walls because jail officials believed that this would prevent their spirits from fleeing the jail and tormenting their victims. Of course. In 1813, the wooden structure of the jail was remodeled into a Victorian home, and in 1956, the home was razed. A large brick building now stands on this spot with a memorial plaque dedicated to the old jail.
They didn't dedicate it to the dead witches.
No, not to the people that died.
No. There used to be a jail here. We won't
There
take
was a jail.
Yeah, we
There was
won't
a
take
jail.
it.
We killed some women. We all had a good
little
laugh.
asterisk at the bottom about the dead witches. You have to, get your magnifying glass out to read it. They're proud of their jail.
Yeah.
They're really happy with it. Happy with the way things turned out.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, getting back on topic.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it.
I don't recall getting off.
Pre-trial examinations were held in the Salem Village Meeting House in Reverend Samuel Parris's house in Salem Village, in Ingersoll Tavern at Salem Village, and in Beadle's Tavern in Salem Town. The accused were questioned by a judge in front of a jury, which decided whether or not to indict the accused of charges of witchcraft. If the accused was indicted, they were not allowed a lawyer. And what? They were not allowed a lawyer, and then they had to decide to plead guilty or double guilty with no legal counsel to
Double
guide
guilty? No backsies?
What's double guilty? I mean,
Double guilty, no backsies.
Right. Another interesting fact about the witch trials is that not everyone in Salem actually believed in witchcraft or supported the trials. There were many critics of the witch hunt, such as a local farmer, John Proctor, who scoffed at the idea of witchcraft in Salem and called the young girls scam artists. Proctor was quickly accused of witchcraft under the assumption that anyone who denied the existence of witches or defended the accused must be one of them,
yeah.
and was brought to trial. Proctor's entire family was accused, including all of his children, his pregnant wife Elizabeth, and his sister-in-law.
She was probably carrying the baby of Satan, is my guess.
Fucking Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
The trials were held in the Salem courthouse, which was located in the center of Washington Street, about 100 feet south of Lind Street, opposite of where the Masonic Temple now stands. The courthouse was...
the fucking Masons were involved, Steve.
Yeah, it was all the Masons' fault.
Secret societies, this fucking breeding programs going on, Steve.
I knew that there was more than just...
It's the Illuminati.
That's right.
Where's the fucking echo coming from?
I don't know.
It's pissing me off.
Richard, I think.
It's a witch. My volume's right down. So,
getting it from somewhere.
The trials were held in the Salem courthouse, which was like... Oh, we've just done that one. Bridget Bishop was the first person brought to the trial. Bishop had been accused of witchcraft years before, but was cleared of the crime.
Good.
So this guy would be, double guilty. Bridget was accused by the 5 of the afflicted girls, who stated that they had physically hurt them and tried to make them sign a pact with the devil, as you do. During her trial, Bishop repeatedly defended herself, stating, "I am innocent. I know nothing of it. I have not."
Yeah, but then George Burns comes in and he plays cards with the devil version of George Burns and saves your life.
George Burns probably was alive in those days. Just saying. I mean, he was around for a long time.
He was God, Steve.
Yeah, well, he was.
Just
oh
saying.
God, you devil! I remember that.
Yeah. That's how it works. And he swoops in at the last minute. Plays cards with the devil.
Morgan Freeman was God.
They act like they're friggin' buddies. Like they've been hanging out for a long time.
I'm confused. I thought Morgan Freeman was
wrong movie, Steve.
Well, no. You can't have two gods if the Bible says so.
No, I'm just saying. This is the way that it is.
Which
I go by the Oh God series of God, which is George Burns smoking a cigar.
That's your Bible. My Bible is the build the ark.
Okay. He's freaking God. He can appear in whatever form you want.
Okay.
Right.
So would he take the form of George Burns? Come on.
Yeah. Why not?
I swear to God.
Which one?
The Morgan Freeman version is clearly superior.
Right, I agree, but
I don't.
Only because Morgan Freeman is just fucking amazeballs.
Yeah.
Right. So, Bridget Bishop was convicted at the end of her trial and sentenced to death. She was hanged on June 10th, 1692, at a place now called Proctor's Ledge, which is a small hill near Gallows Hill, making her the first official victim of the witch trials. Nice. Sorry, Bish. You know.
They didn't even name the site after her. They named it after the other guy. Proctor.
5 more people were hanged in July, one of which was Rebecca Nurse. Rebecca Nurse's execution was a pivotal moment in the Salem witch trials. Although many of the accused women were unpopular social outcasts, Nurse was a pious, well-respected, and well-loved member of the community. When Nurse was first arrested, many members of the community signed a petition asking for her release. Although she wasn't released, most people were confident she would be found not guilty and released. Her initial verdict was, in fact, not guilty, but upon hearing the verdict, the accused girls began to have fits in the courtroom. Judge Stoughton asked the jury to reconsider their verdict. A week later, the jury changed their minds and declared Nurse guilty. What? No, I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to do that.
Yep, they were back then. It was English law.
Once the jury's registered a verdict, that's it.
I don't care. That's not how it worked there.
That's
English
right.
law.
No, the devil was involved, Steve.
Well, yeah, it's extraordinary circumstances.
All the rules go out the window when Satan.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
Steve.
Like, yeah, I agree.
You know, you can't pull out any fucking stops.
You don't want to get it wrong.
Did I say that wrong, Steve?
No, I don't think you did.
I don't know. Anywho,
witches. After Nurse's execution on July 19th, the residents of Salem finally started to seriously question the validity of the trial.
Started to come to their fucking senses.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Slow clap for the people of Salem there. Well deserved. You fucking morons. Right. So,
how many people died before they came to their senses? That's what I want to know.
20.
That's it? Oh.
On July 23rd, John Proctor wrote to the clergy in Boston. He knew the clergy did not fully approve of the witch hunts.
Wait,
Proctor
not fully? They approved of it some?
They approved a little. Like, they were like, yeah, okay, throw these people in fucking jail, but don't hang them or anything stupid like that. That's where they were on the whole thing. They were like, yeah, by all means, have your little witch hunt, but don't make it stupid. Don't get retarded with it.
But they got
Whoa.
stupid. Yeah, you shouldn't use that R word.
Whoa.
I'm allowed.
That's going
I'm
to offend people.
I'm allowed.
Schizophrenic people are not retarded.
Yeah, we are. Anyone who knows me will tell you I'm retarded. So, touche.
So you're just lumping all schizophrenics into one group now.
Dude. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're all the same. Paranoid, moody, anxious.
Retarded.
Whoa, you can't say it. I can say it. You can't say it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right, Richard.
Right.
Wait, so as a retarded individual, you're allowed to call other people who may or may not be that. But I'm not allowed to call anybody that.
Yeah, exactly.
Richard just said I'm not retarded. Awesome.
Yeah.
Winning.
That's right. You know how it works, Steve. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. And don't make me break out my ugly people argument again and defeat you.
Yeah, well, that usually works.
It works every time.
Yeah.
So,
there are ugly people, so there must be witches.
Proctor told them that the torture inflicted on the accused and asked the trials be moved to Boston, where there would be a fair trial. The clergy later held a meeting and on August 1st to discuss the trials, but were not able to help Proctor before his execution. Proctor's wife managed to escape execution because she was pregnant, but Proctor was hanged on August 19th along with 5 other people.
Because, as we all know, everything in Boston has always been on the up and up.
Yes. And they got the Red Sox there, so.
Well.
Anywho, another notable person who was accused of witchcraft was Captain John Alden Jr., the son of the Mayflower crew member John Alden. Whoa, that's fucking American royalty. Alden was accused of witchcraft by a child during the trip to Salem, while he was on his way home to Boston from Canada. Ooh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Nice to get some love. Alden spent 15 weeks in jail before friends helped him break out, and he escaped to New York. He was later exonerated. Breathed a sigh of relief there. Yet another crucial moment during the Salem witch trials was the public torture and death of Giles Corey. Corey was accused of witchcraft in April during his wife's examination. Knowing that if he was convicted, his large estate would be confiscated and wouldn't be passed down to his children, Corey brought his trial to a halt by refusing to enter a plea. English law at the time dictated. That's all it took, was not saying guilty or double guilty.
Oh, too bad for those other people before him.
Well, it's funny. History is littered with these examples. Like all the people that were burned to death during the English persecution of Catholics, all they literally had to say was, I refute my Catholicism, and they would have been spared. Refute or recant.
Yeah.
But English law at the time dictated that anyone who refused to enter a plea could be tortured in an attempt to force a plea out of them.
Waterboarding.
This legal tactic was known as peine forte et dure, which means strong and harsh punishment.
It means ouch.
Well,
listen to Richard over there. He wants this to come back.
Yeah. He's a sick motherfucker.
Torture, yeah.
Oh.
He's into it. Why do you think he brought this subject up?
I know.
Well, you know, torturing some people, pedophiles.
Yeah, but these aren't pedophiles. Well, some of them may have been. We don't know. They were not accused of that, though.
Most of them are probably falsely accused witches.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Torture them anyway.
If not all of them.
They won't enter a plea. Torture them. Yeah. I could see how that would work.
Yeah.
Well, the torture consisted of laying the prisoner on the ground, naked, with a board placed on top of him.
Always
Heavy
naked,
stones
Steve.
were loaded onto the board, and the weight was gradually increased until the prisoner entered a plea or died. Sounds fair.
It's fair enough. You're going to die either way.
Here, let's put this rock on. That'll... Oh, squished you.
Oh, well.
What if the final little pebble, you were just about to make your plea, but they put that little pebble on there and it killed you?
Yeah.
Hmm.
In mid-September, Corey was tortured this way for 3 days in a field near Howard Street until he finally died on September 19th. His death was gruesome and cruel and strengthened the growing opposition to the Salem witch.
Really?
I can't believe these fucking people still are letting this happen. Why hasn't anyone gone, you know what, we've had a laugh with this whole witch thing, but come on, a joke's a joke.
See. 1 day, we'll let him suffer. 2 days, yeah, we'll do that. 3 days, oh, oops.
Yeah. Listen, I know we've all had a laugh here, you know, accusing people of being witches. And burning people at the stake. But...
yeah, torturing, yeah.
But a joke's a joke, lads.
Yeah,
Come on.
Let's think about this.
As the trials and executions continued, colonists began to doubt that so many people could actually be guilty of witchcraft.
Really?
Oh.
They feared many innocent people were being executed.
You know, there's quite a few people getting knocked off here.
What happens when all the real
witchcraft
witches
is so prevalent?
What happens when all the real witches are gone? Who are they going to come after next?
Oh, it's not well, it's laugh or cry at this stage. It's so fucking stupid. Local clergyman began speaking out against the witch hunt and tried to persuade officials to stop the trials. Jesus. Around the end of September, the use of spectral evidence was finally declared inadmissible.
Oh, finally.
Why was that ever evidence? Thus marking the beginning of the end of the Salem witch trials. I think there were like people that were really disappointed the witch trials were over. Like throwing their stakes onto the ground, going, this fucking country.
How dare they meddle in our affairs?
And it's because
maybe they got all the witches and they were happy. Maybe they felt that they, you know, cleaned up the country and, you know, it was time to move on. Just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe they truly believed that that those people were in fact witches, and that they've gotten them all. That's my guess.
Maybe. So,
Well,
although spectral evidence based on dreams and visions, wasn't the only evidence used in court during the Salem witch trials, it was the most common evidence and the easiest evidence for accusers to fake. Yes, that is very true, yes. Other evidence used in the trials included confessions of the accused, which, as we've heard, how those were obtained, possession of certain items such as puppets, ointments, or books on the occult, as well as the presence of an alleged witch's teat, which was a strange mole or blemish on the accused person's body.
So if you had a mole or a blemish, you stood a chance of being accused of witchcraft.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Third nipple, Steve.
I don't have a... Well, no, it could be anywhere on the body, as from what I understand. I do not have a third nipple. So I am not a witch. I do have a mole and or blemish somewhere, though.
Yeah.
So, on September the 22nd, a day forever remembered in infamy, 8 people were hanged. These were the last hangings of the Salem witch trials.
Thank God.
Next September, we should have the show on September 22nd and be like, happy end of Salem witch trials day. Don't really see it catching on.
No.
On October 29th, Pipps dismissed the court of Oyer and Terminer. The 52 remaining people in jail were tried in a new court, the Superior Court of Judica, the following winter. The new court was presided over by William Stoughton, Thomas Danforth, John Richards, what is this fucking bullshit? Waitstill Wainthrop?
I'm sure that's exactly what it is.
And Samuel Sewell. Now that the spectral evidence was not allowed, most of the remaining prisoners were found not guilty or released due to lack. I mean, most. Not all of them. Most of them.
Yeah. Well, once you get rid of that spectral evidence there, Richard.
I mean, why would they not use spectral evidence? I mean, you get to hang more people that way.
That's right. And that's what they were there for. Some hanging.
Yeah. Pussies.
You know, the Salem witch trials were the Woo Bigfooters mecca, really, if you think about it.
Were they?
Well,
yeah, they just
you can
bring
say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, say whatever you want and people will believe you. Lapatis was born in the wrong age.
Yeah.
So those who were found guilty were pardoned by the governor. The governor released the prisoners the following May. A total of 20 accused witches were hanged at Proctor's Ledge near Gallows Hill during the witch trials. The others were either found not guilty or were never indicted or simply evaded arrest or escaped from jail. Other victims included 2 dogs who were shot for being suspected of witchcraft.
Well, dogs, yeah.
It's a common myth
that the Salem witch... Richard.
Yeah, but come on, how would you...
Richard, you can't be too careful.
How many kitty cats did they shoot?
None.
Well, yeah. See, I would think that cats would be possessed prior to dogs. Mine are.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that just proves that cats are supernatural and they were able to avoid getting killed by these people who are crazy in Salem.
Because if they were true witches, like cats, you're right.
Yeah.
Go on. Dead dogs.
All right.
Dead dogs, yeah. Well, that was kind of sad. Moment of silence for those 2 dogs.
All right.
It's a common myth.
Wait, that's what's making you sad? Is the 2 dogs?
I don't care about people, but animals. That's sad.
23
It's a
people
common myth
died.
that the Salem. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, you know, how well, even if you had spectral evidence, how the fuck would you convict a dog of witchcraft? Was it floating? Was it wagging its tail and creating sparks?
Did they torture the dogs to get them to plea? I'm just wondering.
It was leaving spectral evidence all over everybody's leg.
Poor doggies.
It's sad.
So sad. Anyway, continue.
So it's a common myth that the Salem witch trials victims were burned at the stake. The fact is, no accused witches were burned at the stake in Salem. Salem was ruled by English law at the time, which only allowed death by burning to be used against men who committed high treason, and only after that they had been hanged, quartered, and drawn.
Oh.
Wow.
Seems unnecessary to burn them after that. Seems like that's just cremating.
So they didn't burn live people.
They did. Henry VIII did.
I am.
I think that that would have made it more interesting. Now my whole sense of history is out the window because I always thought they burned them at the stake. Darn it!
Didn't they drown a lot of them?
No,
hung them all.
No,
just hung.
Oh, I thought they drowned some of them.
Well, the only real way to kill a witch is by hanging, I guess.
Oh, I was unaware, Steve.
Well, apparently that's the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm not up on my witch killing.
Haven't had to do it, since 1693.
I haven't taken my witch hunting safety course recently.
They have it online now.
I need to get my certification.
Witchhuntingsafety.org, I believe.
Yeah, I need to get that shit going. Need to be up on this stuff. So, Richard?
Yeah?
What do we got?
As for why these victims were targeted in the first place, historians have noted that many of the accused were wealthy and held different religious beliefs than their accusers. So this is particularly, relevant in today's society. Let's say there's a group of people, and let's call them Dwight. Okay? Dwight.
Dwight?
White people.
There's a group of people, we'll call him Dwight.
Okay, Dwight.
And these white people live in a country.
Dwight?
Let's call it, Bingland or Demerica.
Bingland?
Yes. And
white people in Demerica. I like it.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
And, they've got a very, their own culture and their own values. But then...
Oh no,
these people.
Steve, this is going to take a very, very, very sharp turn.
You think?
I'm thinking it might.
Well, let's just go there and see what happens, and if it gets too, sharp, we'll
course correct.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And let's say that some new people come to this country of Demerica, and let's call them Tuslims.
The who?
Huh?
Tuslims.
Right.
Okay. Now, the smart Dwight will look at history and go, hang on a minute, when we started judging people by their religious beliefs or culture, we hung them in the Salem witch trials. Let's not do that again. But the stupid, backward Dwights will go, we don't want any Tuslims coming to our country with their Sharia law and their strange beliefs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I've heard all Tuslims are bad.
Yeah, well, exactly. Just look at the Salem witch trials, where a bunch of
a guy named Fim Tassano told me.
Yeah, he definitely is a Dwight from Demerica.
Anyway, Can we wrap this up?
Wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Got loads left.
Loads?
About
The fuck
Dwight
else is
and
left?
America and Blingland.
Okay, so this coupled with the fact that the accused also had their estates confiscated if they were ever convicted has led many historians to believe that the religious feuds and property disputes played a big part in the witch trials. Suffice to say, it was a dark moment in American history, and lest we forget.
Oh, we've forgotten.
Are you saying never forget?
Never forget.
The events of February 1692?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I believe that we have forgotten.
You think so, Steve?
As a whole, yes.
You think when people go there and take tours?
We put the Japanese in internment camps during the war.
Mm-hmm.
We still, hate on people because of race and religion.
Mm-hmm.
We've forgotten.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody learned anything. We just don't burn them at the stake anymore. I guess we never did.
No, just call them all bad and, make them uncomfortable.
Huh.
Which isn't as bad as hanging them. Let's be fair.
That is true.
But it's, it's a step on the path to, the Salem witch trials, which, we've had a bit of a laugh tonight, but it was truly terrible that this happened.
On a side note, on this very special episode of the Fortean Slip.
Well, it was a terrible moment.
Well, of course it was.
So
20 people and 2 dogs.
You made it into an after-school special. It's okay, Richard.
Why didn't you say 2 dogs and 20 people? Because we know how you feel. You put the people first that time.
I said, more importantly, 2 dogs.
I didn't hear the more importantly part.
Well, if you hadn't cut me off.
Well, that's my job.
Steve, you've been cutting him off quite a bit lately.
I apologize, Richard. I will not do it again until next week.
All right, sweet. Glad we got that sorted.
I, on the other hand, don't give a shit.
See, I've learned a lesson from this whole thing.
What was that? What would that be, Steve?
Not to cut Richard off.
Oh.
Until next week. Well, just because he's from some weird country and all, I shouldn't, make judgments.
That's right, Steve. You should be more open-minded.
That's right.
I agree.
Just because he believes he invented this language and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Al Gore,
Steve?
Invented the internet, probably.
Ancient aliens, Steve.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I agree, too.
So was there any ancient aliens?
What the fuck is this?
I have no idea.
He comes in just fucking giggling away.
I was going to do the voice again, but decided not to.
One of his ferrets crawled up his pant leg, I think.
No.
No?
Princess has been sent to the other room.
Ooh.
The other room.
Where the bad ferrets go.
Mm.
She has been a bad ferret.
Oh, you naughty ferret.
That is disgusting. Stop doing it immediately.
Well, I know another line.
Oh, Lord. What have we become?
Are we done with the Salem witch trials?
Yeah, you told me to wrap it up, so I wrapped it up.
Oh,
it's wrapped.
With a bow?
With a bow, cherry on top, icing, mailed out.
You don't
Richard?
bow and cherry on the same thing.
Richard?
Yeah, why not? What?
It's just
nice marmot.
Faux pas.
You are welcome.
Steve, do you get any news?
I guess.
Bum, 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 bum. Here comes Steve with the news.
You got any tattoos, Chris?
Yes.
Oh, good. How about you, Richard?
Nope.
I do not. And here's why. This is from the mirror.co.uk.
Yeah.
So, widow has her dead husband skinned so she can hang his tattoos on a wall.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Not even.
That seems to me like the kind of thing a serial killer would do, not a wife.
Well, let's see. Well, he was dead. She didn't kill him.
No.
A widow will.
And what do I care, Steve? What do I care if I'm dead? What do I care if somebody wants to fucking take my skin after I'm dead and hang my tattoos up that are, mostly horrible?
What if you're a witch and your spirit leaves your body and watches it?
Yeah. What if your spirit feels the pain that person is causing you? Would you change your mind then?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Because I doubt that shit happens.
Witch. Yeah, you're not a proper witch then. A widow will have her dead husband skinned so she can hang his tattoos on the wall. He was a tattoo artist. Yeah. When tattoo artist Chris Wenzel knew he was going to die, he asked his wife Cheryl if his ink-adorned skin could be removed and preserved before he was buried. Oh, so this was his idea.
There you go, Steve.
That changes everything. He wanted his children and grandchildren to be able to admire the artwork for years. This is creepy. Cheryl from Saskatoon, Canada, told the Globe and Mail, "I thought that's different, but yeah, that's cool. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get this done for him." Wow. You can hang a picture on the wall. A tattoo is something that has been done for hundreds of years. It's just preserving it, just like fine art. According to CTV Saskatoon, I love that word. I wish I lived in Saskatoon, so I could say it more often.
Oh, yeah. Steve. If anybody in the world deserves to live in Saskatoon, it's you.
I just want to say it. Saskatoon.
Oh, God. Don't I wish you did.
Is that in some, god-awful place?
I don't know. I think if I could say Steve from Saskatoon.
Oh, I know. Wouldn't that be awesome?
You'd
have to say it anyway.
You could totally go into your whole fucking cowboy get-up act. Steve from fucking Saskatoon. Come on now.
That's right. Oh, by the way, he had been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, a disease that causes a fast or irregular heartbeat. He died in his sleep in October after complaining of chest pains. His devoted wife discovered a family business in the U.S. that specialized in preserving tattoos of the dead. Wait, there's a business that does that? Oh, God.
Steve, there's a business.
There's a niche in the economy, someone will fill it.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
No, wait. I mean, how much call is there for this shit?
Hey, I'm telling
you. Carrie Sherwood runs the company. She said, "Tattoos, tell a story."
Steve, do you get a dog?
Not anymore.
But did you love your dog?
Dogs are cool. Yeah.
Dogs are cool.
Yeah. So I wouldn't get my dog preserved.
You could get your dog.
That's just creepy.
Preserved as a skeleton.
No. Grover Krantz did it.
Yeah. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And for someone to get something tattooed on them, they're displaying for life, means something to them. You wouldn't burn or bury a Picasso. That's what some of these pictures are.
That's right, Steve.
According to the lady who wants to make money by de-skinning you. Ooh, here's another one. This is from Bloomberg. Isn't that like a business website? Yeah, Bloomberg. That's some really good shit here. Are we prepared for the zombie apocalypse?
No.
The U.S. military has a detailed plan to save the living, or at least outlast the dead. Didn't know that, did you?
No.
I've got a brilliant zombie survival plan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to get eaten.
So that you become a zombie? Is that how you become a zombie?
Exactly. I'm going to bring them down from within.
Oh, there you go.
Nice job, Richard. I like it.
Took me months to perfect that plan.
Anywho,
I'm not sure. Academic wisdom is that if we prepare ourselves for every low probability event, we'll bankrupt ourselves. Only hindsight bias insists that the signs of every unlikely catastrophe were always there. But it is hindsight bias to which we cling. This is a stupid story.
You said it was good at the beginning of the show.
Well, yeah, it's zombie apocalypse. Anyway, on the website of the U.S. Strategic Command, you can find ConPlan 8888-11, a detailed plan for counter-zombie dominance, prepared by a group of junior officers as part of a training exercise. The document, which came to public attention a few years ago, is festooned, that's another cool word, with disclaimers including a large red box on the first page informing readers that the assignment was based on a completely fictitious scenario. Yeah, right. But presumably the disclaimers would themselves be disclaimed in any congressional hearing attempting to fix blame in the event of an actual zombie invasion. So we have a plan.
We have a plan.
It's a good plan.
It doesn't talk about the plan, really. It just says there is one. Well, that's a long story.
Well,
at the bottom, it's President Trump shaking hands with Nancy Pelosi.
Excellent.
Two zombies right there. All right. So the final story. Aren't we all zombies?
No.
From the Daily Star. Alien hunters post shocking footage of triangle UFO. And guess what it's doing? It's feeding from the energy of a lightning storm. Yeah. Well, I always wondered how they powered those things. Footage uploaded to YouTube, UFO Today's channel, shows a triangular object hovering in the sky, and it's hit by lightning several times. It is claimed. The unknown object is supposed to be an alien spaceship feeding on the energy from the lightning strikes. UFO Today said it clearly shows a triangular object floating in the sky during a major lightning storm. It seems these mysterious objects are feeding on the 200,000 ampere, I think that's how you say that, lightning strikes to load their intergalactic batteries.
Steve, if you've got some kind of spacecraft sucking off lightning bolt energy, it's gotta be ancient aliens.
I agree. But
I agree completely.
Yeah, the conspiracy theorists also make the shocking claim that this isn't the first time.
Yesterday, Steve. Ancient aliens.
Okay. This isn't the first time a UFO has been caught in lightning. It added, back in 2017, a UFO was caught on camera when it was hit by a gigantic lightning strike in the U.S. But the channel provides, of course, no concrete evidence that it was indeed a UFO.
That's right.
Well, it's part of the government cover-up. People say it could be an optical illusion or even just a gap in the clouds. Others say it could be a man-made UFO, such as a spy plane. The news comes after apparent UFO sightings in Northern Ireland this month. Dashcam footage uploaded by Sandry Laverley in Coleraine, I guess that's how you say that, and posted by conspiracy channel Disclosed TV, appears to capture two strange bright objects flying across the sky. It also coincides with similar reports by pilots.
Pirates, huh?
Pirates. Yeah. That's brilliant.
My eyes don't always correctly work. And I read pirates, but it's not.
Neither does your mouth.
Pilots. No, nor my brain or most other things about me. The first sighting recorded by a British Airways pilot, not pirate, flying a 747 from Montreal to Heathrow over Kerry was at 6:47 a.m. She described seeing an object coming up along the left-hand side of her aircraft before it rapidly veered to the north. And that is the news.
The news. Excellent, Steve.
I don't get any closing music.
No, and thank fucking God.
Bum 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 bum. There goes Steve
Richard,
with the news.
Richard, when I say that is the news, or that fellas is the news, or that folks is the news, whatever I say at the end is the news. That's your cue. I didn't know I was the producer as well as the newscaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Producer.
Yeah.
It's your fucking research. Briefly read half a wiki page. And that's if we're lucky.
That's pretty much what he does.
Read half a wiki page. I briefly skim through the entire page.
Oh well.
If he does that.
When I'm called upon, I do what I need to do.
When I'm called upon. When duty calls. Steve answers that call after 21 rings. Yeah. Yep, Steve. You're right there on top of it, buddy.
I am.
You are. By Jesus.
It's what makes me the best in the business.
That's what makes you sleep better at night.
Mm-hmm.
He is the best.
Yeah. On that note, this has been the Fortean Slip, episode 52. She's a witch!
Burn her!
If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Check out Richard's little comic strip, Bigfootin' with Keith and Colin, on Facebook. Check out Matt Knapp at youtube.com / excuse me, Bigfoot Crossroads.
Forward / excuse me, Bigfoot Crossroads.
Yeah. Excuse me, Bigfoot / Bigfoot Crossroads. As always, check out the defunct, non-monetized Para Breakdown channel, youtube.com / Para Breakdown. And throw some love at Dred Funn. Good old Dred Funn at dredfunn.com and youtube.com / Dred Funn. That man is perusing the Comic-Cons everywhere to set up his little booths and make money, and I wish him well. He's been doing decent from what I hear anytime I talk to him.
Couldn't happen to a better dude.
Yeah, so throw some love out to Dred Funn. Check him out on YouTube. Watch some of his videos. Watch through the ads. Give the man some money. Show him some love. And we will be back next week with another topic.
Vampires.
Who knows? Vampires?
No, we haven't done a vampire
we
show.
just passed fucking Halloween.
Vampires exist all through history, not only on Halloween.
Yeah.
Just like witches.
Let's tackle some old school stuff.
Like the Bram Stoker type of vampire.
Yeah. I was thinking Krampus.
Yeah, right.
Ooh,
That could be... Well, we could do Krampus closer to Christmas.
We do Krampus every Christmas.
Well, I know we need to do a Krampus show. I know we should revisit Santa Claus. The legend / myth / story of Sandy Claus.
Well, there you are. There's December all mapped out.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, look at that. A little bit of show prep right on the show, Richard.
3 weeks of shows in advance, lads.
Look
You're
at you
welcome.
go. That's right. Next week, Ravenloft. If you get that reference, we can be friends.
I don't get that reference.
That's too bad.
I'm going to have to Google it.